Peace, my family, and we're all back to all. And those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time, welcome. This your girl, the butterfly, and we about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all the good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good 9 mind. How y'all feeling today? Hope you guys most definitely moving in your higher natures and cleansing. Say what? Cleansing the lows. I came on here today to express and share another clip from our Master Teacher's book called L's Holy Injiyl, the book of Revelations. This right here will certainly help you on this good journey within. So with that being said, let's get started. Introduction. L's Injiyl, the book of Revelations. The book of Revelations is the most misinterpreted book of the Bible. Many so-called scholars of all denominations have come professing to know the real hidden meaning and the prophetical words of this text, and many have attempted to explain their interpretations by the way of the English translations. But you can't get the meaning of a book in one language by interpreting it into another. Let me repeat that one, family. But you can't get the meaning of a book in one language by interpreting it into another. So this only makes what is not evident even further from what is true. Because of their egos, these so-called scholars continue in their attempt to reveal and make clear the truth that they will never succeed in accomplishing. Their only accomplishment is leading the sincere right knowledge seeker off the path from the true light. A word of warning to anyone who feels that he may be competent to continue to even attempt to interpret the words of Theos, who is anew, the Most High, also called Allah by the Mohammedans, Yahweh by the Hebrews, God by the Christians, and Jesus called him Eli, Matthew 27:46, and Abba. Beware of the truth found within this book of Revelation in chapter 22, 18 through 19. Theos, who is anew, the Most High, also called Allah by the Mohammedans, Yahweh by the Hebrews, and God by the Christians, and Jesus called him Eli, Matthew 27:46, and has placed a seal thereof to protect this book from those glory seekers who wish to misguide the unlearned. Anew chooses whom he wants to receive the right, the divine right, knowledge right, wisdom, and right understanding. And only he can decide when this wisdom will be disclosed. So let's go on. L's Holy Quran 87-269, the original order. And it says, and He, Allah, gives the wisdom and the know-how to whom He, not we, pleases. And whoever is given the wisdom certainly was given a lot of good wealth, success, and knowledge. And the fools will not remember, none except the first ones who pass through the door of the majestic order of Zorak. So now it goes on to share the wrong order, which is the mistranslation, and it goes like this. Quran 269, and it says this, and He gives the wisdom and the know-how to whom He pleases, and whoever is given the wisdom certainly was given a lot of good wealth, success, and knowledge, and the fools will not remember, none except those who have brains. So let's go on. No man is worthy to loosen the seal, but one chosen from Theos, who is a new El. This man is none other than myself, Dr. Malachi York L. The only requirements for being a competent and reliable translator is that you have the necessary linguistic skills, along with scientific and religious overview, and the gift of the Most High, being the one chosen to do it. And I am the one, and that is Dr. Malachi York out. I spent over 25 years saturating myself in religion, be it Islamism, Mohammedanism, Christianity, Christism, Judaism, Mosesism, Egyptology, Sumerian doctrine, and etc. I've had to live it in order to be able to understand what is that I had to teach you. However, much more than this is necessary and to give the interpreted meaning of Theos, who is Anu, also called Allah by the Mohammedans or Yahweh by the Hebrew scriptures. This ability is not something learnt, borrowed, or bought. One moment. It is an inspired gift from Eli, the All, who bestowed knowledge on whomever. I'm able to do this because I've been gifted with the ability to use the two-edged sword. Revelations 2:12. The two-edged sword represents the ability to understand two languages because I'm able to translate precise meanings of the original language of this scripture from the Galilean, Astratic, Syriac, Arabic, Aramic, Hebrew into English, and then from Greek into English. When you read this translation of the book of Revelations, you are reading it from the standpoint of its original form. The Dead Sea Scrolls of the Qumran caves, which were discovered in 1947 AD, are the oldest surviving records of the Old Testament. Some of them were hidden. Some of them were written in Aramaic language, while others in the Hebrew language. These scrolls are associated with the Essenes, who founded a strict religious community off the northwestern sea of the Dead Sea of Jordan. Jesus was a member of the Essenes, and it is a fact that he and his disciples spoke Galilean, a dialect of Aramaic Hebrew. Jesus' Essene name was Tammuz, and his Egyptian name was Hor, which means high or far away. The Greeks later changed it to Horus, then it became Latinized as Horus. His Aramaic Hebrew name was Yahshua, and his Aseretic Syriac Arabic name was Isa. This is a must before one can start to break down the meanings of the book of Revelations. By the definition of the word revelation in Greek, apokrypha itself, which means a revealing, you must understand that the intentions of the book of Revelation is to uncover or make known. There is nothing in this book that should be hidden. But if the so-called religious scholars only go to the English translations, then they will not be able to give you the correct interpretation. John was in the Lord's day. This day and time is a time in which the visions that John was seeing in 96 AD is coming to pass. John was seeing a vision of what was in the book of Malachi 4:6, where it states, and I quote, "And he shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse." The he being referred to here is Elijah. This Elijah is the Elijah Muhammad 1897 through 1973 AD, mentioned in Malachi 4:5. And he said that he was guided by what he called a God, but he did not succeed in his part of his mission, because most of the families of his followers did not accept their teachings. So, the earth had to be smitten. Malachi 4:5. And this is why we, the Ansar Allah community, which is now known as the Holy Tabernacle Ministries, came along. If Elijah had exceeded in his mission and been accepted, there wouldn't have been any need for us to come. Therefore, Malachi, the Son of Righteousness, would come. Malachi 4:2. The truth is that one man in particular is largely responsible for the confusion which exists today with all the different English translations of the scriptures. That mean, or that man, was Martin Luther. Martin Luther, 1483 through 1546 AD, was said to be the herald of the religious Reformation in Europe. And he gave these days and times. Luther's intentions were to rebel against three of the most outstanding successes of the Roman Catholic Church, which at the time was the ruling religious faction of the entire so-called civilized world. The first was as the church expanded, the foreign peoples converted, and the Roman Catholic Church started to incorporate even more pagan practices into Christianity. Thus, Martin Luther found plenty of support all over Europe. People began to profess and protest against the church. These same factions were named Protestants simply because they made a protest against the ills of the organization and the doctrine of the Roman Catholic Church. As a result, the word anti-disestablishment came from Martin Luther, defying and going up against the combined established churches. He was considered what a modern day terrorist would be. I felt the need to bring this out because it is the branch of Christianity that Martin Luther formed, the Lutheran Church, from which originated the poor translations of the Bible. And so, I'm going to stop right there. And again, this is for you. If you are interested and want to know more, this is for you. So, I'm going to leave it at that. Stay tuned. And on that note, if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer. On that note again, release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi out. Peace, shalom, hashug, divine love, family. And